Evan Blass says that some of the leaks of the Galaxy Note 10 are wrong, and I'm actually hoping he's right. Red CEO blames a Chinese ODM for the Hydrogen 1's flop and is focused on the Hydrogen 2, and we get some of the specs of Apple's rumored 16-inch MacBook Pro, which we expect very soon, I guess. I'm Jaime Rivera, and to commemorate the remake of The Lion King, what better t-shirt to wear? I mean, like, seriously. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals. If you're in the market for a smartphone, I mean, the Razer Phone 2 it's a good phone. I mean, it's got the camera of a premium mid-ranger, and therefore they're pricing it that way. Now it's 33% off, meaning $400. And if you try to get it on Amazon, the company will actually match the price. So you pretty much have the money for the Raiju mobile controller, which I love the controller. I just don't like how both play together. But you can use the controller for everything else. You can learn more about everything in the description. Now, in other very interesting official news, Huawei has just posted its first half results. When it comes to economics, and surely right now with the Huawei ban, you'd assume the company would be struggling. They just posted a 30% revenue increase. 30%, and we're talking the ban started in May, so obviously this is from January to June, so surely the ban has only affected the company initially. We should definitely see these numbers for the next quarter to see exactly how that's been affected directly on just one quarter. It obviously proves that the company had great sales at the beginning of the year, and we don't have specifics over the second quarter, but obviously more information will emerge as the block continues. And now let's move the spotlight over to Honor, as the company has just made a couple of announcements that are rather interesting in China. It starts with a 16-inch MacBook Pro, which is rumored to counter the rumored Apple computer that we'll be discussing soon. It's smaller and lighter than the 15-inch MacBook Pro, but it performs more like the MacBook Air. And then there are other exciting announcements with the launch of the Honor 9X and 9X Pro. The specs depend really on the device. We have a Kirin 810, but the 9X Pro brings liquid cooling. They're both packing 8 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, in addition to a pop-up camera. The 9X features dual cameras, while the 9X Pro has triple camera setup. They will be available in China starting for around $203 and up to $320 for the 9X Pro. And obviously, we have no information for launch outside of China. We just know that this number series has always been popular for their aggressive price tag and specs and design, so let's see what happens. And yes, now let's discuss that rumored MacBook Pro, because rumors start getting intense over the possibility of this product actually existing. Rumors have it that it might be launching in October, that it'll have a 3072 by 1920 LCD that would start at a $3,000 price tag. And apparently it's because they want to position it between the iMac and the iMac Pro for the Pro users that are looking for portability. We also hear that we will have new scissor switches, and the report includes that we might be getting a new 13-inch MacBook Pro and a brand new MacBook Air. So buyers beware. I don't recommend you buy any of these Apple products right now. And how about if we also talk about Red? I mean, the Red Hydrogen 1 was probably one of the worst flops ever. And Jim Gennard just came on record to state that he's blaming the ODM that built the Hydrogen 1, not mentioning what the ODM is, but blaming them for not being able to fix all the issues that they've had. So now Gennard claims that they are working on Project Komodo, which is literally the Hydrogen 2, and they are also working on the mod that's going to be compatible with it, and apparently it'll be compatible with the Red Hydrogen 1 as well, so I don't assume that the design is going to be much different. Stay tuned. I don't know if I should be excited for this thing or not. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and famous tipster Evan Blass. Evan, thank you. Whenever you say something, I trust you, buddy. And the thing about it is, I have been complaining that Samsung Galaxy Note 10 cannot launch without the Snapdragon 855 Plus, because then that would leave it pretty much like a Galaxy S10 with an S Pen. You guys get the point that I'm trying to make. And according to Blass, it seems that the device will launch with this processor, or at least we're hoping that at least one of the two variants will include it. In addition to that, we've got some corrections on battery life information. Apparently 3,600 milliamp hours for the smaller variant, 4,300 for the larger one. Let us know in the comments down below. I mean, how important is it for you for this phone to bring the latest processor? Because in my case, It really has to do with that. We need to eliminate this concept that the Galaxy Note is a Galaxy S10 with an S Pen. That has been the biggest problem, and it's not a problem of consumers, it's how Samsung is speccing their Galaxy Note. Pretty much by the time the S11 launches, the Note just is not really worth it anymore. And I get it, the S Pen stands as a difference, but you know, processors have been making such dramatic leaps lately. It's very important for phones to differentiate themselves in a way or not. This is just me. Would love to know what you think in the comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on PocketNow.com and subscribe to both our channels, English and Spanish, for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and also follow me on my personal handles to see what I do with these phones. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.